Hey fragrance friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if it's the first time you're joining me. My name is Hayley and I review fragrances. So in today's video, I have a very exciting discount code for you. It will get you 30% off these brands that I mentioned and others on So Avant-Garde. They kindly reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to do a 30% off sale for you. And I, of course, said yes, because 30% is a huge discount, in my opinion, especially off niche luxury fragrances. Now, there are some brand exclusions from this code. Just go over to the website and you will be able to see those exclusions. But every brand I mention in today's video and every fragrance I mention in today's video, you will be able to get 30% off using this discount code. So this is super exciting. It is running for, I think, 3 or 4 days. I will pop the details in the description box below. But I have picked out some amazing fragrances that I have in my collection. Some of these I've spoken about quite a lot before, and a couple of them are newer to my collection, but I highly recommend every single one of these fragrances, and I'm excited to bring you this list. So without further ado, let's jump into the fragrances. Now, the first one is a fragrance that I have reviewed many times on my channel. This is Duchessa by Gritty. You can get 30% off Gritty fragrances, which I think is insane, to be honest with you. It's a huge discount. And one of my top recommendations from the brand has to be Duchessa. Now, there are a lot of fragrances I like from Gritty, but this is the one that I can kind of recommend as a no-brainer if you like a cherry note in fragrances. This is a very sexy cherry fragrance, one of the best actually on the market in my opinion. It is phenomenal, and I'm not even a huge cherry lover, and this is one that I absolutely adore. Yeah, it's like spicy, sexy, dark cherry. It's a little bit sweet. It's a little bit boozy. And it's for those of you that really like a dark, almost spiced, boozy cherry fragrance. It has great longevity. It has great projection. So if you've had your eye on Duchessa or anything from Gritty, now would be the time to pick something up. I also love Gossip Nights. I love Tutu and Tutu Blanc. I love Chantilly. What else do I love? Syracusa, Mango Oud. There's a lot of different fragrances, but Gritty, this is such a good chance to get that discount off. And Duchessa is one that I've recommended time and time again. Next up, I want to recommend 2 fragrances from Gleam London. These are my 2 personal favorites. Now, they do have quite a few other choices, but these are the 2 that I would recommend and that I would wear myself. So first up is Gleam London. I've had this for maybe a year in my collection, possibly longer actually. And it was my first Gleam London fragrance in my collection. Did I just say that? Who knows? I need some coffee. Espresso, please. Makes sense, right? So this is a coffee fragrance, but it's coffee and chocolate. So think dark chocolate and ground coffee. That's the kind of vibe I get. It's not overly lactonic. It's not overly sweet. There is a sweetness in here, but it's not like a super gourmand, milky coffee in my opinion. It's got this like musky dry down. And something I really enjoy about the fragrance is there's actually a hazelnut note in the top. Mix that with the dark chocolate. You've got a kind of Nutella vibe with some coffee. Now, this is a 30 ml sized bottle. However, it's an extrait, so it's pretty powerful. I actually get such great longevity from this, and it's delicious. I love it. I think it's one of the best coffee fragrances, so a good chance to get 30% off. But the other fragrance I would recommend is Vanilla Crush. Now, I actually think I prefer Espresso Please over Vanilla Crush, just because I find this one a little bit more unique. But in terms of a sweet vanilla fragrance, you really can't go wrong with Vanilla Crush. It's sugary sweet. It's in the same realm as something like Vanilla 28 by Kayali or Escapade Gourmand by Mason Mataha. That's the kind of vibe I get. It's very sugary. It's got a creme brulee, kind of hard sugar background to it, almost like burnt caramelized vanilla. Yeah, it's incredible. And like I said, another extrait. So they last really long on the skin, at least on my skin, that is my experience. So these would be my two top recommendations from Gleam. And I don't need to keep mentioning it, but you can get 30% off Gleam London fragrances, as will be the same for the rest of the fragrances that I mentioned in today's video. So I'm going to stop mentioning that. You know the drill by now, but anything that I mention, you can use the discount code on. Next up, I'm actually going to do Banana Republic. Now, this fragrance is phenomenal. There's a lot of different Banana Republic fragrances on So Avant-Garde, but this one I think smells so expensive, so luxurious. It's my kind of fragrance through and through. So it is called Orris Vanille. And if you watch my channel, you will know I love Orris, I love Iris, I love anything that's kind of earthy and creamy. Mix that in with some vanilla. So this is a soft, almost powdery vanilla with an Orris note. So think creamy earthiness. It smells like quiet luxury. And if you love Orris and if you love vanilla, you should definitely check this one out. It's a soft, powdery, creamy Orris vanilla. That's how I would sum it up. It's an amazing fragrance. Next up, I have two fragrances from Aphanessence. Now, the brand has so many incredible fragrances. It's such a chic and classy brand, in my opinion, in a similar realm to Mise en Serre, as in all of the fragrances, in my opinion, have this really chic, kind of classy undertone to the scent profiles. The top one from the brand, in my opinion, is Santal Basmati, along with Vanilla Benjoin, but I'm going to talk about Santal Basmati specifically from this collection. And it is from the, is it the Base Notes collection? I totally can't read French. Is it French? Pretty sure it's French. I'm pretty sure this is from the Base Notes collection, and this one is from the Heart Notes collection. But Santal Basmati, in essence, is a rice fragrance. It's a musky, slightly woody rice fragrance, and I absolutely love a rice note. Now, this one smells like musky powdered rice, and what I mean by that is if you've ever smelt rice, a bag of rice before you've washed it, it has this kind of powdery, earthy, musky rice note. So difficult to explain, but put your nose in a bag of rice and you might understand what I mean. So you get that kind of rice accord, which I adore. Mix that in with some sandalwood. So think a very creamy, woody sandalwood mixed in with that rice, so that powdery, kind of savory rice note. I get a slight coconut vibe from this too. I don't know why I picked that up, but I do. It is phenomenal. This is such a clean, chic, understated fragrance. It's a slightly spiced sandalwood, slightly creamy. It's not got that pickle vibe that sandalwood sometimes has. I just think this is phenomenal. And if you are into rice fragrances, it's one that you absolutely need to get your nose on because it's one of the best, in my opinion. And if you like vanilla, kind of ambery benzoin fragrances, check out Vanilla Benjoin too, because that one's also incredible. But next up, I want to talk about this fragrance here, Saffron Neroli. Now, this is such a unique saffron fragrance. It's really saffron heavy, but mixed in with that neroli note, it gives it an edge. It's kind of syrupy sweet. So imagine syrupy sweet saffron. That is what I love about it, because you have that spicy kind of exotic vibe from that saffron note, but then you have that sensual kind of floral, sticky, sweet neroli. Imagine like some nectar from a flower mixed in with some saffron. That is what I get. And I just think this smells so incredibly special. It's a syrupy, sweet neroli fragrance. And I think that is so sexy. This one's newer to my collection, but I am going to wear this one so much. I love it. If you love saffron and you love neroli, get your nose on this one because it's incredible. Next up is Plume Impression. Now, I have about 3 or 4 fragrances from this brand in my collection, and there are some heavy hitters, some incredible fragrances. But today I want to highlight the newest release, which is called Love No Shame. To me, this is very much a cherry amaretto style fragrance, cherry bakewell. So think lots of almond. It smells quite cakey. It smells like marzipan. Mix that in with the cherry note and then some vanilla in the base. It is incredibly delicious. It reminds me a little bit, and just a little bit, of Guerlain's Oud Nude, but sweeter. It's so delicious, really, really delicious. So let me just quickly spray it. Cherry Bakewell, almost like a cherry liqueur Bakewell, but it's very, very sweet. It's got a candied vibe to it. It's slightly musky. It's vanilla-y. Delicious. Cherry almond Bakewell, maybe a little bit of amaretto. Yum. Yum, 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 yum. If you do want a more in-depth review of this one, please do let me know down in the comments. So those were all of the fragrances that I wanted to mention today. They are fragrances that I would personally recommend, that I have in my collection, that you can get in the sale. Now, no pressure to use my code. It is there for you to save some money if you wanted to pick up anything from the brands that are included in this sale, but please do not feel any pressure. Also, I think you can use it on samples. So if you can sample any fragrances before you purchase it, that would be recommended too. This code is for you to save money, but I really, really don't want you to feel pressure to shop using it. So thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure as always. I hope to see you in a future video to come. Thank you so much and goodbye.